In the heart of Africa, nestled deep within the dense jungles of the Democratic Republic of Congo, lies a remote Bushongo village. The Bushongo people have a rich and ancient culture filled with myths and legends, some of which are more chilling than one can imagine. Today, we delve into a spine-tingling story that blurs the lines between myth and reality, as a series of disturbing and unexplained events left this village gripped by fear and terror. Before we dive into the terrifying events that unfolded in this village, let's understand the context by exploring some of the Bushongo myths and beliefs. The Bushongo people have a deep reverence for their ancestors and spirits that they believe reside in the natural world, particularly in trees, rivers, and animals. Among the most significant figures in their mythology is Bumba, the creator god, who is said to have vomited the universe into existence. The story begins with a massive and ancient tree at the center of the Bushongo village, known as the Mwezi tree. Legend has it that this tree is a direct conduit to the spirit world, and that the spirits of their ancestors reside within its ancient branches. For generations, the Bushongo people had regarded the Mwezi tree with great reverence, and it played a central role in their cultural and spiritual practices. However, as time passed, the village began to change, and modern influences started to erode their traditional beliefs. In the late 20th century, a group of outsiders, comprising loggers and developers, arrived in the Bushongo village. They had their sights set on the lush forest surrounding the village and the valuable timber it contained. Ignorant of the local customs and traditions, they decided to cut down the Mwezi tree to make way for their commercial ventures, viewing it merely as a hindrance. The Bushongo people were horrified by this sacrilegious act, as they believed it would unleash a terrible curse upon their village. However, the outsiders paid no heed to their protests and carried out their plans. Little did they know that they had just set in motion a series of spine-chilling events that would haunt them forever. Almost immediately after the Mwezi tree was felled, bizarre and terrifying events began to unfold in the Bushongo village. The villagers reported hearing eerie whispers in the dead of night, as if the spirits of their ancestors were trying to communicate with them. Shadows moved in the darkness, taking the form of strange and twisted shapes. The children were the first to experience these hauntings. They spoke of ghostly figures that appeared at their windows, beckoning them into the forest. Some of the children claimed to have been physically touched by unseen hands, leaving cold, clammy marks on their skin. Terrified and desperate, the Bushongo villagers turned to their revered witch doctor for help. He performed a ritual to communicate with the spirits of the Mwezi tree. What he discovered sent shivers down their spines. The spirits were enraged by the destruction of their sacred tree, and they vowed to take revenge on the outsiders who had committed this sacrilege. The witch doctor warned that the curse could only be broken if the outsiders left the village and made amends with the spirits. The outsiders scoffed at the witch doctor's warnings, dismissing them as mere superstition. But the spirits of the Mwezi tree were not to be underestimated. Their revenge grew more gruesome and terrifying with each passing day. Several members of the outsider group began experiencing vivid and horrifying nightmares. They claimed to have seen grotesque, otherworldly entities in their dreams, creatures with twisted limbs and grotesque faces. These nightmares soon bled into their waking hours, and the outsiders found themselves unable to distinguish between the dream world and reality. As the curse intensified, the outsiders' mental and physical health deteriorated rapidly. They exhibited symptoms of severe paranoia, hallucinations, and delusions. Some even spoke in languages they had never known, uttering phrases in the Bushongo dialect. In their desperation to escape the horrors that had befallen them, the outsiders eventually fled the village, leaving their logging equipment and dreams of riches behind. But the curse followed them, tormenting them wherever they went. To this day, the Bushongo village stands as a chilling testament to the power of ancient beliefs and the mysterious forces that inhabit the natural world. The Mwezi tree was never replanted, and the villagers continue to honor their ancestors and the spirits that reside in the world around them. The events that unfolded in this remote village serve as a haunting reminder that some beliefs and legends are not to be taken lightly. The Bushongo people and their culture have experienced the unexplainable, leaving us to wonder whether the curse of the Mwezi tree was a mere coincidence or something far more sinister. The chilling tale of the Bushongo village and the curse of the Mwezi tree is a stark reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world. It shows that ancient beliefs and cultural practices can hold a power and truth that transcends our understanding. While some may dismiss it as mere superstition, the experiences of the villagers and outsiders are a haunting testimony to the enduring influence of the paranormal in our lives.